What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And today, in the macro market, something has happened. I told you about this since Monday that the Bank of Japan is gonna announce the outlook towards the market, right? But before I begin, before I share with you the story of the day, I do want to share a shout out to Caleb. Caleb has was able to help me get a whitelist to give away. So if you're interested in Toshi's, be sure to join this whitelist giveaway. It's gonna end very soon. It's gonna end midnight today. So it's like a 24 hours giveaway thing. So to be told, I do think that this is a very hype project right now. To V's. But Toshi, sorry. But then there's actually something more that meets the eye. So the artist himself is actually Chuck, a Pixar artist with 15 years of creative experience, and also the artist for Alpha Capadra, right, which is a Pixar art NFT project, community project, right. And an interesting aspect is how he incorporates meditation into his creative process, right? So, according to the artist's own bio and also the website, he kind of uses, like, he's a Buddhist, right? So he uses some of these elements in his art. And it's really interesting to see how that could be implemented into a pixel art format, right? Because sometimes we do think that, pixel art is kind of like a simple form of art, but, in the previous interviews with other, amazing pixel art artists, you know that pixel art could convey emotion, right? It is not just pixels itself, but if done correctly, could convey emotion. So this is a 5,469 collection, but they have been doing some sort of whitelist raffle, and it is now oversubscribed with 65,000 applications, showing that it is very hyped and in demand. But some people might miss this, and this is also one of the reasons why I want to spend some more time to talk about this giveaway. Is that he's actually escaping from war and is going to is moving to the Netherlands to focus more on his own art, right? So it's definitely not easy to do that. If this NFT mint is able to help him rebuild and also to really create art, then it'll be an amazing thing, right? So anyways, that's it, guys. Definitely don't miss this giveaway. But as always, before participating, please read the disclaimer and understand the risks involved, right? So that's it, guys. So moving on to today's news of the day, right? So before I jump into the news about Japan, right, I want to share with you that the UK December core inflation numbers came out, which is 6.3% year over year. Estimated 6.2, previous 6.3. So basically, in the US, the CPI numbers is going down, right? But it seems like in the UK, inflation is not really that controlled, right? So, of course, this news came out. It kind of, moved the market slightly a little bit down, but then it went back up, right? So it really shows you that the US CPI numbers is the one that moves the market, but at the same time globally, right? If you think things from like a global citizen perspective, inflation is not controlled in a lot of different places, which actually falls into what we are going to share today. So today, the Bank of Japan had the outlook report and also the policy rates. Usually when they do that is that when they the Feds, right, when they raise interest rate hike, right, they would announce it, right, raising the rate hike. But for Japan, they came up with the announcement today. So basically, according to this title, Bank of Japan is doing nothing. So what happened is that while the Feds and the European Central Bank have raised key interest rates sharply, the Bank of Japan is leaving its rate unchanged. This should also reduce the other central bank's appetite for further rate hike. So the Bank of Japan decided to leave the rate the same, right? Unlike the US, sorry, unlike the US, the Feds keep raising the interest rate high, being hawkish and stuff. Bank of Japan has decided to not do anything. But according to Lynn Alden, right, a lot of people focus on how many government bonds the Bank of Japan is buying, right, but tend to ignore that the Bank of Japan has also reduced the holding of other assets, mainly loans, right? So the Bank of Japan's balance sheet is warming back up, but down from the start of 2022. So right now, from the start of 2022, the central balance sheet is actually quite high. They kind of sold, but now they're buying back, the bonds, okay, from the government bonds. So Ted Clark Macro was saying that the market is backing on a hawkish BOJ, but got it wrong, right? So that's why the market didn't really dump, right? No key change to key interest rate, which is negative 0.1%. Yield band intact, inflation expectations raised, and this should see the US dollar trading with the Japan pair move higher in the short term. Correlated market should follow BTC and gold inverted, right? So basically, what it really means, and I'm not sure if my understanding is correct, is that this is bullish for the market, for the crypto market, because it to a certain extent makes the US dollar weaker, which I will have to look at the Dixie to see, right? So, anyways, guys, moving on to the traditional market. Okay, so traditional market, as a result of this not doing anything, Japan stock rose more than 2% as Bank of Japan makes no changes to yield range. Europe market in general moves up as well, green right now, but it's kind of mixed. UK inflation falls for a second month, but according to this number, right, core inflation rises 6.3, estimated is actually higher than expected, right? So yeah. Okay, anyways, guys, so what it means is that yes, it's dipping, but it's still higher than expected. But I think in general, inflation is going down, and a lot of people are saying that, hey, maybe we might not have a recession in 2023, or it'll be like a soft landing. So that is one of the reasons why cryptocurrency can continue to sustain. Let's not talk about rally or another pump up, but at least it is sustaining. And Bitcoin is now, okay, now we're moving to crypto news. Bitcoin is now 21,241 and Ethereum at 1,578. And as a result, right, our total market cap, finally, it was touching 1 trillion, but now it's at actually 992, which is 2 billion, which is very close to 1 trillion. So what does it mean for stablecoins? So stablecoins, it kind of went down a little bit, which kind of could mean that money is exiting the market. People are like burning the stablecoins to cash out to get fiat currency, or it can mean that people are buying cryptocurrency, right? As a result, stablecoins change to cryptocurrency, and therefore the market cap of stablecoins is down. So if you look at this, right, one of the biggest rally, altcoins, meme tokens like Shiba is rallying 16.4%. Ethereum old chain, proof of work, interestingly, is a 6.4%. Engine token, 10.9%. So Engine is kind of like gaming related. So, it seems like different gaming tokens or altcoins are actually pumping on itself. But in general, the market is kind of, having a slight retrace. So some small percentage dip as well, right? So FTT actually negative 8.9. Yesterday it was negative when we were doing the stream. Now it's negative 8.9. So definitely don't gamble with really risky tokens, right? Especially those that have fundamentals. But right now we are trying to see, like, we might be plateauing at this level, right? Depending on how the market goes, right? So this is the total crypto market cap. And if you scroll down here, Bitcoin dominance, interestingly, actually went up. So money is moving from the altcoins to Bitcoin to sustain the sustained phase of Bitcoin, right? Ethereum is still like 20%, so pretty much that. But this dominance actually went up. Before, when we were doing these streams, it was actually at 42, but now it means that money is actually becoming smarter, and money is actually going to assets are more safe, because Bitcoin is the slightly is a more safer asset in terms of the volatility when it comes to compared to the other altcoins, right? So interestingly, in exchange reserve, Bitcoin reserves have decreased, lower selling pressure, but exchange net flow is actually higher, right? Our relative swing index and also stochastic RSI and stuff like that is actually negative, because right now the market is overbought, right? So always important to watch on-chain data. Moving on to other crypto news, a crypto investor Hashkey, so I think they're based in Hong Kong as well, raised 500 million for Web3 fund. 90 million in FTX US asset were moved out and authorized transfer after bankruptcy. So the FTX was saying that there was hackers taking time of money. She leads crypto market soaring more than 15% overnight. We kind of saw that just now. Coinbase announced difficult decision to shut her operation in Japan. So several news about Japan as well, right? So moving on to NFT and the metaverse, right? So if you look at the global NFT market, right, people are losing money last Sunday. So we're kind of plateauing in terms of the blue chip index, right? More sellers than buyers in the last 24 hours. Market cap is kind of going down. And then if you look at the marketplaces, right? You filter out the rush trading. OpenSea is still leading in terms of trading sites. Blur is following shortly. So if we move on to look at the different top collections, you do see that a lot of these top collections are having like a downward moment, right? So Bored Ape Yacht Club decided to wait one more day to postpone the claiming of the sewer pass, main pass, right? A game pass or whatever. And therefore, as a result, and also the hype kind of went down because people know what to expect, right? It's no longer that secrecy of what is going to happen. So that's why the floor price is kind of down. I've seen some Azuki saying that, hey, Azuki floor price is higher than Mutant Apes right now, but according to this analytics, right, it's actually lower. So I'm not sure how this is the aggregated data, but what happened is that Azuki floor price is kind of sustaining, right? So Mutant Ape is going down, Azuki is sustaining, and therefore maybe there's a chance that these Azuki floor price is higher than the Bored Apes. But it kind of shows that NFT market is taking a breather, especially now that the cryptocurrency market is running. So moving on, CryptoPunk, there's a CryptoPunk guy sold C-Face. He's a DJ, I think, as well. He's traded one of his CryptoPunk to get like Wolf Game Land or something like that. Sewer Pass claim delayed by 1 day. Mentioned about it. Cyber Broker has the merch review party. Josie Bellini live streamed the event, and she is a art OG in the NFT space. She also shared her friendship with the different people that went to her live stream event, right? Proof grails are now minting, open for the next 7 days. It is actually around sitting at 2 ETH above pro price right now. Red Guy team announced the merchandise connection via Twitter. And one important thing is that, Work Radio's Listen to Earn loyalty program has began, right? Users can receive Work tokens. So a while back, I shared with you this link, right? I shared with you this link, but back then it was just the learn more section. And then basically, if you like and retweet this video that you're seeing, because I am using the hash, I'm part of the official Work Radio hashtag, right? Non-Fungible TC, right? So you like one work per like. So the earn to participate to earn thing is actually happening right now with Work Radio. My hashtag is here, so all you have to do is do this in order to get rewarded. But definitely go to the official Work Radio. Go to work.fm/rewards to understand how this thing works, right? This thing deserves a own video to explain how the whole system works. So rather than a daily stream like that to give you latest update. So they have bounty programs, they have the home button, and it's interesting that if you own the NFT, you can start earning these Rock tokens, right? So people are already owning it. They're connected to Discord, Twitter, wallet address, and then they can earn these Rock tokens, right? So on a daily basis, today 111 work by week, by month, and then all time. So they have a leaderboard, right? So don't miss this out. If you are a Work Radio NFT holder, I believe that you could have the Genesis NFT and also Member Pass NFT, and you could already participate in the loyalty program. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. Just to wrap up, Bank of Japan decided to do nothing. But one important thing that you need to keep your eye on is that very shortly, in almost an hour, the US Core Producer Price Index will be coming out. This will definitely have some impact on the market because the price of the PPI basically means a change in price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy, right? And that is also a very important inflation metrics, right? So that's it, guys. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.